Hello my lovelies, how are you? I hope you're doing great. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my very first decluttering video, and I have a huge bag with a whole bunch of stuff that either expired or I purchased and I didn't like the quality, or I just don't reach for it anymore, or it's old, or it's about to be expired, or it doesn't necessarily work on me. So I've been wanting to do this since last year, I think, and I just kept postponing it, and I mean, it's huge. The bag is huge and very heavy. I don't think I can pick it up. I don't think I can lift it. Oh my god, this is really heavy. It's really, I don't want the bag to break, but it's right here. I'm gonna show you everything and tell you why I'm decluttering it. Hello everybody, so let me start with this powder first. It's this one by Pure Cosmetics. I think I got this a long time ago in a BoxyCharm, if I'm not mistaken, or was it an ice cream beauty box? I can't remember. It's not a bad powder. I've tried this many times. It's just that it's so fine that it goes everywhere, and it kind of leaves a white cast, so it's not my favorite, and I know I'm not going to use it again, so I'm going to toss it. So I like to go to Hot Topic and try their palettes out, and they had this one a while back of Beetlejuice, and I thought the cover was so freaking awesome, and the colors inside look very pretty, as you can see. But I tried this. I did first impressions. That video is already up in my channel in case you want to see it, and the quality was just not good. It was not good. I had to struggle to build it up. The colors you see are way lighter than what you see in the pan, and some of them are patchy, and you really have to build it up a lot. So I used this maybe twice, and I know I'm not going to use it again. So unfortunately, I'm sad, but I have to get rid of this one. Next up, I saw this Colorina gel liner kit, and it brings a whole bunch of colors, like neon colors. Not so much neon colors, but bright colors like blue, this type of blue, this yellow, a pink, a purple, and a black. But the quality is horrible. Do not waste your money on this because they're horrible. You struggle to put it on and nothing shows up. It has no pigment at all. So this was a huge disappointment. So I'm glad to get rid of this. Next, I have here this Tarte palette, the Sweet Cravings. It's like a chocolate inspired palette, and I fell in love with the colors. I thought the colors were so pretty, chocolatey, and this color right here in the center. But the problem is, it's not that bad, but for the price, I don't think it's worth it, because these shades here, all the mattes, tend to be extremely lighter than what you see. So I was like, I've used it a couple of times and it just doesn't convince me, so why have it there if I could just get rid of it and have space for something else that I like. So this one's gone. Next, I have this primer here by Touch and Soul. This is the Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. It's very good. I love this primer a lot, but this one is so old that it expired a while back, and I love it because, oh, it doesn't even open anymore. It doesn't open anymore, so I can't show you, but it's very cooling to the skin, and I thought it did a great job. I would definitely repurchase this, but it's old, so I have to get rid of it. This foundation by Number 7 is not a bad foundation. It's just extremely full coverage, and I'm not into full coverage anymore. So, and this color is not my accurate shade as well. As you can see, I used it quite a bit, but I just don't like full coverage foundations anymore, so why keep it there? I think it's been there for maybe let me see if it says the expiration date. Oh yeah, look at that, 2021. Hello, this is old. I have to get rid of it. So if you like full coverage foundations and that are really matte, this is a good one. For concealer, I love this concealer a lot. This concealer is great, and if you're not sensitive to concealers, then you probably love this one. It has great coverage and it doesn't leave you dry or feeling cakey. The problem with this is that it irritates my eyes every time I put it on, so I had to stop using it. But other than that, if I didn't get an eye irritation, I would continue using it. So it's not bad, it's just that it doesn't work for me. I know this is really old, and I know I got this in my BoxyCharm. It's by Pure, the 4-in-1 correcting primer, and it was very dewy. I didn't like it for that reason, so half of the bottle is there, but I know this expired a long time ago, so I have to toss it. Plus, I don't really like dewy primers, so that's another reason. Now, I know what you're saying. Going Coconuts by ColourPop is an awesome palette, and I agree. I even hit pan on one of the colors, and I love this palette a lot. I would definitely repurchase this in the future, but this one's really old and my favorite shade is gone, so I have to get rid of it. This next one is a Halloween collection that came out a few years ago by Profusion, and I thought it was so freaking awesome. The way it is, how it looks, the colors and everything, but the quality is not there. And why keep it just because of the package where I could get rid of it? I know I'm not going to use this again, so it's unfortunate because I really wanted this one to work and I really wanted to like it, but it's just lackluster, so I'm getting rid of it. Okay, next it is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This is like a sunscreen with coverage, a little bit of coverage, but it's more on the sunscreen side than makeup wise. Even though it has coverage, is just, it doesn't really last that long on me, and the color's way off, and I know this is old as well, so I don't really prefer this one that much. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Then if you know me, you know that I love the NYX 3-Step to Sculpt contouring palette, and this is, I buy this only for this shade, and as you can see, I hit pan already a long time ago and I already have a new one, so it's time for me to get rid of this one. Next up, I have here this palette from Violet Voss, and I know I got this in my BoxyCharm years ago. I used it, I think, only once for like a video, and that was it. I don't reach for it. I was disappointed in this purple. It doesn't look like that, it looks pastel. So yeah, it's a very old palette and it doesn't really excite me, so out it goes. This highlighter by Wet n Wild, I loved it. It's very beautiful. It's called Precious Petals. The color is called Precious Petals. I love it. I highly recommend it. It's just that this one is extremely old. You see how it's chunky and all sandy? It's not supposed to be like that. It's because it's very old. Then I got this one, Il Mascara. I got this in my BoxyCharm as well a while back. I used it once. It's not that bad, but again, another palette that's very lackluster. These shimmers here are very, very subtle. I love the mattes. The quality of the mattes is great, but the shimmers is just not there. So, and I know it's really old, so I'm getting rid of it. This next one was very popular back in the day. Look at the powder from the Pure powder. This is all the Pure powder. It goes everywhere. The Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette, which I love because of the glitters. They're all amazing quality. Where it was, this is really old, so I'm getting rid of it because it's really old. But I had a lot of fun with this palette, and if it wasn't old, I would still keep it, but it's too old. I saw this facial serum by Envy at, I think it was Burlington or TJ Maxx, I can't remember. And it says it has hyaluronic acid, and this one right here, good ingredients. I tried it for a couple of weeks, but it doesn't really impress me. I see no difference in my skin. It just, to me, it does nothing. So I stopped using it because I feel nothing. And I used it a couple of weeks. I should notice a little bit of difference, but it's like putting nothing on, so I'm getting rid of it. This foundation by Milani, I never liked. I've tried it a couple of times. This is the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I don't like how it looks on my pores. It emphasizes my pores, my texture. I get oily with this, and it's very full coverage. So if you like full coverage, maybe you'll like it, but I just don't like it. This next one is by CoverGirl, the Clean Matte BB Cream. I actually like this one, but this one finished, so I would definitely repurchase this one, but this one's gone, it's empty. I had seen this, I think it was in Walmart. It's by Revolution. It's the eye light, and it's like a metallic liquid eyeshadow. I tried this once. This is horrible. It's flaky, it cracks. It's just terrible. It looks horrible in your eyes. Do not waste your money on this. This is terrible. So at Marshall's, I had seen this Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette, the collab she did with Morphe. And I was like, well, it's cheap, so let me get it. Because I've never tried anything from Jaclyn Hill. And it's just a typical basic color story. And it kind of irritated my eyes, but I think it's because, you know how at Marshall's they get palettes that are a little bit older. And I think this one's really old, and that's why it irritated my eyes. The quality is not that bad, but I just couldn't use it again, so I'm tossing it. Also there at Marshall's, I found this one by BH. The same thing happened, and I think it's because it's old. I used this maybe 3 times. I can't remember. And I don't really like colors like that. I know I remember buying this because it was like $3.99 or something like that, but I could do without. Now I love Juvia's Place eyeshadows, and I have a whole bunch of their shadows, but this one in particular I don't really grab at all. Maybe it's the colors. When I purchased this, I needed like some of those reds, but now I have other palettes that are newer that have red shades, so I don't need this one anymore. So out of all of them, I think I'm gonna toss this one. The next one is by Ace Beauté, which I love their formula, but again, it's a whole bunch of orange and red tones that I already have in another palette, so I'm getting rid of this one because I don't really reach for this one that much. This next one is by Muse and Beauty, the Rococo palette. I got this in my Ice Cream Beauty box, and the color's pretty good, but I don't remember what I feel about this one. I think I didn't like the quality that much, or it irritated my eyes. I'm not sure which one it is, but I know I set it aside, so I'm assuming it is that it irritates my eyes. So I think that's what it is. I think I used it 2 or 3 times, and then I noticed that every time I use it, it would irritate my eyes, so I'm not gonna use it. I got this from my Ice Cream Beauty box as well. It's the Earth Harbor Glow Juice, and I really thought I was gonna like this, but I don't. I tried it once and I hated the way it feels. It doesn't feel good on the skin. It's very tightening on the skin, like really tight, and then when you wash it off, you feel absolutely nothing. My face will feel extremely dry. It didn't feel moisturizing at all, so I don't like the feeling of it, and I'm not gonna use it. This next foundation is by Kai Para Mi. I tried it and I actually liked it. I remember liking it, but then for some reason it got very liquidy. Like, you see how it got very liquidy, like water almost. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it works anymore, so I'm not gonna use it because it's very watery, and it wasn't like that at the beginning, so I think it went bad. This next one, which I love, is not my accurate shade. It's too dark, so I'm never gonna use it because it's just way too dark on me, but I love this serum foundation. This highlighter by St. Lux, I got it in my BoxyCharm a while back, and it's expired. I used to love it, but you see how bubbly it is? It's because it's really old, so gotta toss that. Now these 2 next palettes, I love the brand, but this is by Wicked Sister Cosmetics, but it's just not for me, and it's an all shimmer palette. I don't like all shimmer palettes, and this one is an all shimmer palette, so I know I'm not gonna use it, so getting rid of it. Next one is by them as well. This is the Wicked Sisters Vampires Everywhere palette, and even though I love the cover and I love this purple, I just don't reach for it because I don't really know what to do with it. It's like one of those palettes that the colors, it's hard to like pair them together, and I don't really use the white. I don't like this type of shimmer, glittery shimmer either. It's hard to work with, and it's very messy, and I don't like, I open this and I can't see myself doing a look with it, you know what I mean? So why have it sitting there where I could get rid of it? And this one by Violet Voss is the Olive You Forever, and it was very deceiving because it says olive, so you would think they would have a lot of green shades. It only has one, and this one a little bit, and they're both shimmers, and the rest is just neutral. So I'm like, I have this a whole bunch of times repeated, so I don't really need this palette. This next one is by CURST Cosmetics. This is the Xmas Nightmare palette that came out a few years ago. I tried it once, it didn't impress me. That video is up, you can find it. I don't like glitter shades like this, and the shimmers are not that good, and it's like another palette that you don't know how to pair because they could get muddy together. So I know I'm not going to use this again. This concealer by L'Oreal, the Infallible Concealer, is way too thick, it's way too heavy, and it just looks bad on my under eyes. It's way too full coverage, so I don't really like how it looks on me. Then I got this one in my Ice Cream Beauty box. I tried it and I did not like the way it feels on me. I thought it was going to be great because it has collagen, but it makes my face feel numb. Why? I have no idea. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but I don't like that feeling, so I used it once and never again, and I know I'm not going to use it because I don't like that sensation. I got a couple of these in 3 colors. This is the pink one. I have a blue one and a purple one by Illuminati Gel Paint, and this is the gel liner, but it irritates my eyes, so I can't use it, so I have to get rid of it. This primer by NYX, the Shine Killer, is horrible. It does not kill my shine, and it's just a black consistency that stays in your pores. It's horrible. It looks horrible. It does nothing. I would not repurchase this, and I highly suggest you don't either. This next skincare I didn't like at all. I think I got this at Burlington, I think. And these little particles stay on your face, and it's not glitter, it's like little foils. I don't like that, and it does nothing for your skin at all, really. This palette, this big palette from Colorina, was a huge disappointment. I did a review on this. It's already up in my channel. It's just horrible. There's no pigment. There is, but you have to struggle to build it up. And it's a shame because it brings a whole bunch of compartments and you could build your own, but the quality isn't there. It's just lackluster. The color you see is way lighter than what you get, and you have to build it up so much, and some of them are patchy, so it's not worth having. Plus it's too bulky, so I'd rather just get rid of it. This next one is great. I love this one. This is the Glow Oasis pH Balancing Moisture Milk Toner. Oh, this is so good. It's just that I'm almost done with it, and this is really old, so I don't think I should finish it off, even though it's down here. But I would definitely repurchase this. This is amazing. I love it. This concealer by Too Faced, I didn't like that much because it was too cakey, too high coverage, and it is way too light for me, so I can't use it. This L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation expired years ago. Plus, I didn't like it as well, so I'm never going to repurchase this again. This next one I got from my Ice Cream Beauty box. I think, yes, I did. But I just don't like the shade. I just don't like the shade. I don't like the way it looks on me. So I know I'm not going to use this, so I'm going to toss it. I got this L'Oreal blush, and it's so subtle that you never see it. You have to build it up so much, and it's still too subtle, and I know I'm not going to use it because it's way too light. I also got this in my Ice Cream Beauty box a while back, and I didn't like it because it's very light. It barely shows in my waterline, so I'm gonna get rid of it. These colors are amazing. These are the KVD liquid lipsticks, and the shades are all beautiful. They're gorgeous shades, but these are way too matte. My lips get so dry. It feels so dry when I put these on that it's just not worth it. It feels way too dry on my lips. Even though I love the colors, it's just not worth it. This next one is the Edries collab with Colorina, and it's a contouring palette. But the shades are not for me. These are way too warm, these are way too light, and then this one's too deep. So I have my favorite one, so I know I'm never gonna use this. The quality is good though, it's just for the colors I don't really like. Then this one is the Lash Step, and this is the like Matte About You palette. They're all matte. This is the imitation or the copy of the Makeup by Mario, I think it is. I don't know if it's by Makeup by Mario. It's one of those, and it's the dupe of it, but this one irritates my eyes really bad, so gotta get rid of it. This next one is the powder, the full coverage powder by CoverGirl, the Extreme Wear Press powder. The shade is so yellow on me, so I can't use it because it's extremely yellow. This lipstick I also got in my Ice Cream Beauty box, and it's by Basic Beauty. It's a beautiful color. It's just extremely dry on your lips. Extremely dry. So I don't like how it feels on my lips, so I can't use it. Next, another primer by NYX. This is the Pore Filler, and it's not bad, but I just don't use it anymore, and it's practically empty, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And I got here a Tarte C Glotion. It's a dewy primer, so I don't like dewy primers. I think I got this in my BoxyCharm years ago, so I'm not gonna use it. This next foundation is by KVD, the Lock It foundation. I know a lot of people love it, but this is not my accurate shade. This is way too dark for me, and unfortunately I can never use it. Plus is very full coverage and very matte, and I don't like full coverage foundations anymore, so I know I'm not gonna use it. Next, I have the Making Mauves palette by ColourPop. I thought it was gonna be more mauvey, but it's not. And then there's a whole bunch of light shades. There's only one deep shade, so I was disappointed with this palette, and I know I'm not going to use it again. Plus it's old, so I'm going to get rid of it. Then this next palette by Visage, I got it in my Ice Cream Beauty box as well, and it just has like 3 mattes, and they don't go together. And I like my palettes to have more mattes than shimmers. I like this color though. This color is great, fantastic, but I'm not gonna keep it for one shade, you know what I mean? So unfortunately it has to go. This next one is a big palette by Kara Beauty, and the quality is not there that much. I tried the bottom part, and the shadows are lighter than what you see, and I know I'm not gonna use half of it, so why keep it there when I have these colors that perform better in other palettes? So you know what I mean? Plus it's big, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next foundation is by ELF. It's the Flawless Satin foundation. It's a good foundation. I love this foundation, but this is not my accurate shade. This is way too yellow, way too beige on me, and I can't use it because it just looks too dark on my skin, so I know I can't use it. But if I had my accurate shade, that would be awesome, because it is a good foundation. This mascara by Milani, I know a lot of people love it. It's the anti-gravity one, but for me it's too flaky. It transfers a lot on me, and mascaras don't typically do that to me, so every time I use this one I always get transfers, so I don't like it because of that. Another mascara I don't like is this, the Big Mood by ELF. It's horrible. It does nothing for my lashes at all. Plus this is very big and bulky. It's hard to apply. I don't like the wand either, and it leaves my lashes kind of clumpy and spidery. I just don't like it. It's horrible. This primer by Malibu Glitz, I tried it a couple of times. It's not good. It does nothing. Then we have the Beauty Crop, this palette. It's like a highlighter palette and blush palette, but I don't like the shades of it, so I know I'm not going to use it because I just don't like the shades. This palette is by the Creme Shop. It was very affordable at Marshall's, and I picked it up just to try the quality, but it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite, and I know I'm not going to reach for it, so why have it there? This next one is by this brand, Pharmacy, not to be confused with the other one. And it's a CC cream. And it's alright, but it didn't impress me either, so I know I'm not going to reach for it, so I have to get rid of it. This next one I got in my ice cream beauty box as well. It's by the Beauty Crop. It's the Glow Milk. It's like a highlighter, and it's just so hard to blend. Once you apply it, it doesn't give you time to blend it out. It just dries so fast. It doesn't give you any time to blend it in at all. It's extremely fast drying, and it's just not worth it. And I know I'm mentioning a lot of things from Ice Cream Beauty Box, but they also have a lot of good things, so just keep that in mind. This next foundation serum is by L'Oreal. It's the Age Perfect Radiance Serum Foundation, and it has SPF. This one's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It's a bit on the heavy side, but it's not bad. I'm getting rid of it because this one is actually too rosy for me, so it's not a good accurate shade, but it's not bad. And the next thing I have here, which I never use, eye primer, but this one's by JCat, and I saw it there and I wanted to try because I've never tried one. And what about experience, because this made my eyeshadow crease like instantly really fast, and it was horrible. It does not work. This one's not good at all. This next one is a blush that I got in my Ice Cream Beauty Box, and I just don't like the shade. It's very pigmented. It's in shape of a rose. It's beautiful. I just wish it was another color because this color is just not flattering on me. Guys, I did not have luck with Temu makeup. I don't know about you, but I had a horrible experience with Temu makeup, and these palettes in particular that I'm going to be talking about now and showing you, they're all bad quality. Don't waste your money on it. And they're dupes for the Urban Decay palettes and the Huda Beauty. Tried, I think it was this one. This is not it. Sorry, this is not it. This is actually Urban Decay. Just wanted to show you the comparison of the dupe. Not this one in particular, but they do that. But this one is a dupe, and it's by MYG. I have a review on this, and it's not good. It's not good. The quality is horrible. Then this one is the dupe of, I think, Huda Beauty or something like that. And it's just not good quality. It's really bad. Then this one, okay, let me continue with the Temu makeup. This one is a Lasting Waterproof Oil Matte Flawless Powder. Horrible, extremely bad, extremely dry, and emphasizes all your wrinkles. It adds more wrinkles. Your face looks extremely dry. You can see it a mile away. It is very yellow, by the way. It's horrible. I didn't like it at all. I'm happy to get rid of that. Plus, this concealer from Temu as well is horrible. It emphasizes all your texture, all your wrinkles. It looks very, very cakey, very dry on your skin, and it's also very, very yellow. This BB cream is also from Temu. It has no coverage. This is just like putting on a face cream. That's it. It has nothing. Then I have here this On Point by Colorina. It's a liquid eyeliner that's in this shade, which I thought it was going to be this shade, but it's actually green. It doesn't really show up, and it cracks easily on your eyes, so it's not good quality. Then this next one by L'Oreal, they're good, but this shade is just way too orange on my skin tone, so I know I'm not going to use it. And then I got this Urban Decay palette. I think it was at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, I can't remember. And it's alright, but since I know this is really old, I'm gonna get rid of it because I just don't like it that much. I thought I was gonna like it more, and it's too old. So I'm getting rid of it. I got a couple of things and I'm done. Great. I got this in my Ice Cream Beauty Box again. This is the crayon, the black crayon. I used this once and it worked great. And then I used it a second time, and I don't know what happened. It just didn't work as well as the first time. So I can't use it. It made my eyeshadow crack, it creased, and it just looked really bad. So unfortunately I have to get rid of it. I got this, I think it was, I can't remember where I got this. But I don't like the shades. The shades are too dark. This is a blush palette, I believe. Yeah, a blush palette, but they're all too dark, so I can't use it. Then this Revolution Super Highlighter. It's alright, but it's very subtle, even for me. And it's kind of on the chalky side, and I don't like highlighters like that, so I'm getting rid of it. And last, I have this e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm, and this doesn't feel good on the lips. It's kind of hard and it doesn't really moisturize your lips at all, and it fades quickly, so I didn't like it. So that's everything that I'm gonna be decluttering, and I'm glad that I'm getting rid of all this because a lot of them are really old. So thank you so much for making it through to the end of the video. If you made it to the end, leave a lipstick emoji in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.